Before we get going, I just want to take a second and thank our Vegas Summer League sponsor, which is SeatGeek. The SeatGeek app has been on my phone for years, and if you're going to a concert or a sporting event or just about anything live, SeatGeek does more than just get you in the building. They have access to the best tickets. They can get you super close to the action, and you'll see it in these videos. If you're heading to an event soon, save a whopping $20 off of your first purchase by using the promo code dimedrop and secure your seat today. Hey everybody, this is Kyle from the Dime Drop. We're just fresh off our first day of taking in some Summer League action. I know Summer League is well underway, but this was day one for us. And we came down, we had a pretty good situation, fortuitous. We came to our seats and we came around and this dude was just in our seats and we were like, who is this rat bastard? And we come around and this smiley dude, the OG point guard, Rod Strickland, is with us.
Sitting in your seats.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, a blessing for us.
Yes.
Thank you for not booting me out.
We were thrown off by it, but very happy about it. Yeah, yeah. It was. I think just because we all are such big fans of yours.
Man, I appreciate y'all not booting me out. The usher came down, was like, you have to leave, and so y'all held it down for me.
So you're just a generous person for not telling him, don't you know who I am?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna pull that.
Okay, yeah.
How close were you? This close to it?
Not even close.
Oh, okay.
How is Summer League treating you so far?
It's good. It's good. You know, just came down there to watch some basketball, get a chance to be around some of the NBA people, have some conversations. But it's been good basketball. I've enjoyed watching some of the young fellas play and compete.
Is there a young Rod Strickland out there? I always wonder about this. Not with this rookie class, but even just in the league now. Are there guys of your ilk, you think?
I don't know. I don't really, I hear people always comparing players, and I'm not really good with that.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody has their own, I mean, there's sometimes when you see it, but I'm not good with comparing players, so I don't really see myself in any of those guys. I just kind of, I admire them for what they are.
Yeah.
I see some Kyrie, which is interesting because you have a connection to Kyrie. Yes. I mean,
well, that's different.
Yeah.
Because I see that connection.
Yeah.
And it, it has a lot to do probably, I grew up playing basketball in New York City, Mitchell houses in the Bronx, and that's where his father grew up at. So I think we have that, we were taught a certain way how to play basketball. Mm-hmm. We were taught both hands, When you're on the right side of the court, you dribble with your right, left side, dribble with your left. We learned how to shoot the ball with both hands at an early age. So I see all of that in Kyrie, but he's taking it to another level. Like, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did your, Austin is sort of a fledgling basketball fan. Like, he's getting started with it, and I was trying to sort of indoctrinate him to some of the stuff that you were known for over dinner, and I was like, you were like a really creative finisher. You had a lot of You just had a lot of artistry to your finishes. Right. Where does that come from? Does that come from you playing with did you play against older players a lot when you were younger, and that was maybe forced you to be creative, or is it what?
Well, definitely played against older players. We grew up in that era where nowadays guys are trying to reclassify and kind of move back and play against younger guys. We always played against older guys. But I'm also from New York City, we out in the park, the wind is blowing, so you didn't shoot many jump shots. You know what I mean? So you had to be creative. Ball handling, you had to figure out how to maneuver by guys, and then I practiced that backboard a lot. I spent a lot of time by myself just throwing that ball up, spinning it off at different spots on the backboard in all kind of ways, whether it's frontwards, backwards, sideways, with both hands, but I spent a lot of time practicing that.
You're talking about you didn't take a lot of jump shots, and talking about the modern game. I mean, like growing up.
Right.
And one thing we got into a little bit earlier that I thought was interesting is that you were telling us earlier basically that you wouldn't feel compelled to completely transform your game if you were in the league now.
Right.
Just because it's this incredibly three-heavy lifestyle now.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to map to now, you actually think that a style like the one you're describing would actually thrive because it's outside of the norm now.
It's outside of the norm. I think a lot of times now everybody's trying to be the same. I'm in there. I think you have to be unique, have to find different ways. So, I had a mid-range game, and I could get to the basket, I could post up. 3-point shot, I rarely took them because I knew that wasn't my strength. Obviously, if I was playing in this time, I would have to get better at that. But I think my ability to get in the lane and make plays for other guys, and then that shot they call low percentage, that mid-range shot, well, I was pretty good at that. So I'm going to make those shots. And I think I had the ability to get by guys. So anytime you get in the middle of that paint, you create a whole lot of havoc and chaos. So, you know, defenses have to collapse or they give you a shot. So I had the ability to do that. So I think I can play in this era with no problem. And, you know, obviously my jump shot, my 3-point shot would have to get better. Just enough to, you know, to be able to, you know, kind of go with the times and everything. But I think my game would be fine.
Just think how many free throws you'd be shooting now.
Definitely shooting a lot of free throws, because nowadays you just run into somebody and it's a foul. You know, back in the day, you had to take the contact and then finish it. Now you just run in there. I don't even think players look to finish it. They just look for the contact. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a different ball game. I respect it. You know, it's a new era. But I believe I could play in this era, like, with no problem. I think I would flourish, actually.
Yeah. You talk about, like, the tougher finishes when you played. Who were some dudes that, like, when you got a step and you got in the lane, you're like, all right, it's coming?
I can tell you right away, Charles Oakley. You know, and that was my guy. You know, I came in New York with the Knicks with Charles. And every time I went to the basket when I wasn't on his team, he would have some words for me, and he would try to knock me on my ass.
Same time?
Oh, same time. And
like talking and oh wow,
it wasn't nice words.
That's a lot. You know?
Yeah. But we're talking about, well, you came in the league in 87 or 88? Okay, yeah.
But I would use that to my advantage. So I knew anytime at the end of a game, if I want to, you know, it's a tough game, I'm gonna run at Oak. Yeah. Like I'm gonna prepare myself for the beat.
Because he wants to hit you.
He's gonna foul you.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna foul you. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get fouled and I'm gonna make a couple foul shots. Or really, I'm gonna try to make the basket, because that was my dunk. You know, I wasn't a dunker, but when I got an N1 on bigs, I could see it in their face. You know, they hated that. So that was like my dunk.
And you had that elusiveness that was probably pretty irritating to bigs.
Yeah. Well, I ran at them. I kind of created a lot of the contact.
Yeah.
So I knew, you know, with shot blockers, they need space. You know, airspace. So I would run straight down their chest and then, you know, do some ball movement. But I would make sure I would kind of like, you know, not give them enough airspace to block the shot.
Yeah. Hey folks, I appreciate you watching, and if you like this video, click the like button and be sure to subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at JKyleMann. Say hey.